celebrities keep looking so young and beautiful? Because I certainly do. So how do people like Katherine Heigl, Kimora Lee Simmons stay so fresh-faced? We have the answer. Their beauty and diet secrets are all revealed in our next guest book, Feed Your Face. Please welcome author and celebrity dermatologist, Dr. Jessica Wu. Thank you so much for joining us. We are thrilled because you're going to really share some of the inside secrets from Hollywood. Start us off with the first area. Most people probably are unaware of this, that people need to pay attention to and that the stars pay attention to.
Well, the biggest reason that celebrities come to see me in the office is for help with their necks.
That's the number one reason?
That's the number one biggest reason.
Okay.
Now, think about how much attention we all put on our faces. The skincare, the sunscreen, the makeup. How many of you remember to put it on your neck? Now, remember, the skin on your neck is really thin. It's got fewer oil glands, so that's why it gets crepey. That's why it gets blotchy.
Oh, I like how you say crepey. That's such a nice way of referring to it. But you are going to talk to us about something that everyone can do at home to prevent this problem.
Yes,
so take
absolutely.
Us through those.
Now, remember, because the skin on your neck is so thin, you've got to protect it with sunscreen. Every day, summer or winter, regardless of how bright it is outside, wear sunscreen. So when you put it on your face, bring it down to your neck, but not just the front of your neck. Remember to put it on the sides of your neck.
So this is interesting, and we're going to talk about a cream also, but I didn't know there was a right way and a wrong way to apply cream.
Definitely.
So I want you to walk me through that because I'm probably not going to do it the right way, but you said not just the front.
Not just the front. Now, before we talk about how to do it, I'm going to tell you how not to do it.
So how
many
all the way
of you,
around,
yes,
Jessica?
definitely.
Okay.
How many people put the cream on their hands, right?
Right.
Rub, 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 and pat, pat, pat. Don't do that.
Why are we afraid of the neck?
I think it's because it's an area that we don't really pay attention to. We think that people aren't looking at our necks, but in fact they are. Unless you're wearing a high turtleneck or scarf, people are paying attention to your neck. So long, smooth layers like this. Remember to get the sides of your neck because when you're driving, the sun hits you from the side and you don't want to get blotchy.
Sun damage, and we don't want that turkey stuff. What about for people who are having problems with their neck and the over-the-counter at-home stuff isn't working? They need to get a little more intense and invasive. They step it up. What can they do?
Well, when the creams are not enough, you need more help. You need to come into the office for something called a Nefertiti lift. And
I love that name.
Yes. And you can see that for some people, the neck muscles can really pull down on the face muscles, and you can see these bands in the front of the neck.
Interesting.
And what the Nefertiti lift does is it relaxes the powerful neck muscles that are pulling down on the face, allowing everything to pop back up, and you can see that the neck is smoother.
So how long does the procedure take?
It takes about 3 minutes, 5 minutes to do the treatment.
That's it?
Yes, and it takes effect in about 1 to 2 weeks. Many of my patients notice that their necks start to look longer, their jawline is sharper in a couple of weeks.
So this is a non-surgical neck lift. And does this involve the shaving muscles, as we refer to them, that the men often see?
Yes, it involves these muscle bands that go from your collarbone all the way up to your jawline, and it relaxes those muscles using tiny little drops of Botox along the jawline.
Interesting. People are happy with the results?
People are thrilled because it's non-invasive.
Great. Now, moving on, I understand that you've actually been called to movie sets for skin emergencies.
Yes.
And I always thought there was no such thing in dermatology as a skin emergency. So tell us a little bit about that and what disaster you're treating.
Well, in Hollywood, believe it or not, acne is considered a major emergency.
For adults?
Yes, adult acne, especially if it involves a leading lady. Now, this is because many women, as you know, as an OBGYN, many women suffer from adult hormonal acne, which can lead to painful, large, disfiguring cysts underneath the skin. So whether you're an actress about to film a big scene or
you're just don't want to go out in public
or
with
you have
that.
a wedding or important meeting coming up.
So you probably inject something to them for these movie stars on set.
Yes.
But for the person at home, I was shocked to learn that most people actually treat their pimples the exact opposite in the way that they should. So what's their big mistake?
The worst thing you can do for a pimple is to put a hot compress on it. How many people, that's the number one thing Mom always said, put a hot compress on
Yes, we blame our mothers. That's what they told us.
Please don't do that. Because, I mean, think about it. You have a big swollen knee joint or elbow joint. You want to keep it cold, not hot.
Right. So literally
cold brings
ice.
down the swelling. Yes, use ice or even just run it under cold water, wring it out, and use the towel to help reduce the swelling.
Okay, perfect. Now, you also have some acne kind of remedies here that are over the counter or by prescription that have salicylic acid in them?
Yes, salicylic acid is an anti-inflammatory. Look for a concealer containing salicylic acid so you can hide it and help shrink it at the same time.
Interesting. And adults, this is incredible that really adults are suffering from acne. We only think about it with the teenagers, but it really plagues adults as well. So you and I both are fans of natural remedies that we can do at home to take care of our skin. In terms of a daily at-home remedy that people probably have the ingredients to in their kitchen, you have this incredible scrub here. It actually looks like breakfast, but take us through what this is and how to use it.
Well, I am a huge fan of make-at-home beauty treatments, and I love cookies. So my favorite at-home treatment is my oatmeal cookie scrub. This is great for oily skin or acne. So what you do is you mix oatmeal, some cinnamon, some vanilla, because I love the smell of vanilla extract, some yogurt, plain yogurt, and also some honey. And you mix all those together into a paste. Kind of looks like a cookie here.
And it really is pretty hard.
Yes, it's pretty hard. If it gets hard over time, you might want to mix a little bit of honey into it. And
the honey's great also because it really is an antibacterial ingredient.
Yes,
everyone has it at home.
Yes.
Okay,
and
so
what's also great is that oatmeal contains compounds called saponins. And saponins actually are natural cleansing agents.
So this is, for everyone at home, this is really thick. As you can see, it's very pasty. So you would actually scrub your face with this, or do you want it as a mask that you would leave on?
Use this as a scrub. The oatmeal contains saponins that help to dissolve oil. You can even eat it if you get hungry. And the yogurt
does smell delicious, I have to say.
Delicious. The yogurt contains lactic acid, which is a natural glycolic acid.
So you do not have to spend a lot of money, and you can get gorgeous skin, and you can do this, you said, once a week?
Once a week, once or twice a week. Just make sure you put a drain trap so you don't clog your drain.
Oh, yeah, that would be another problem. But this smells amazing. Jessica, thank you for sharing this delicious skin recipe. I can't wait to try it at home. Now, coming up next, Dr. Wu is sticking around to reveal a beauty secret that could give you sexier lips. We'll be right back.
Coming up, can't get rid of those fine lines on your face?
I've tried creams, I've tried masks, I've tried makeup tips, and nothing seems to be working.
You'll be shocked to know what's causing them.
You told me a risk factor that absolutely blew me away that causes lip lines.
Well, one dirty habit that we all do.
When the revolution continues.
Beauty secrets, and we just showed you how to erase necklines and problem acne spots. Here to share secrets to getting voluptuous, pillowy lips like the gorgeous Angelina Jolie is celebrity dermatologist Dr. Jessica Wu. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, disclaimer, you wanted to mention Angelina Jolie is not one of your patients, but how many people come into your office begging for her lips?
So many people, and in fact, it's one of the most popular requests in my office in Hollywood, and not just among celebrities, from many people who notice that their lips get thinner over time. And it's an unfortunate but true fact of life that our lips, like our boobs, flatten out over time, over time as we age or as we grow up.
But not to fear, because there is something to do for it. Now, you do treat a lot of famous and non-famous lips alike. Today we have Becky, who's here from our audience. Welcome, Becky.
Thank you.
And Jessica's going to help Becky with your lip problem, not just today, but going ahead in the future. First of all, go over with us, Jessica, what are the risk factors that cause our lips to deflate as we age?
Well, number one really is heredity, but not just heredity. We're not always doomed to have thin, wrinkled lips because, in fact, a lot of our daily habits help to determine how flat our lips get over time. And of course, a lot of people have those pesky little, what's called smoker's lines above the upper lip.
Okay, so smoking is bad for your lungs and your heart and your skin, but also bad for your lips.
Also for your lips, if you care about how your lipstick looks on your lips, if you want your upper lip to stay nice and smooth and wrinkle-free, you've got to stop smoking.
Now, you told me a risk factor that absolutely blew me away that causes lip lines. Go ahead. Tell everyone.
Well, one terrible, dirty habit that we all do is using straws. How many of us use straws to drink those smoothies?
And we thought it was the dainty way to drink?
No, in fact, yes, it saves the lipstick, but it's going to give you wrinkles in the long run. And that's because, think about it, every time you use that straw, you're puckering. Your mouth is a muscle. The more you pucker, you're creasing the little lines and skin above your upper lip.
Never using a straw again. Now, Becky, when did you start to notice those little lip lines? Because you have the pucker lines, right?
Yes, about a year ago, I started getting these lines. First of all, your face kind of deflates too. So I have these smile lines, and then I'm starting to get these little lines up and through my lips. So when I do my lipstick, it like spreads up. And I'm actually going to be 48 next week.
So happy birthday.
Thank you. So I'm working really, really hard to figure out what I can do before things get worse naturally.
So this is really common, right, Jessica?
Yes,
I mean, Becky looks amazing for 48, but she's starting to see those fine lines.
That's the one thing.
And so what products have you tried already, Becky?
Oh, my goodness. I've tried creams, I've tried masks, I've tried makeup tips, and nothing seems to be working. I look in the mirror, and it's like they're multiplying while I sleep. So
horrible. So don't despair, because your expert is right here. So Jessica, what are some of the things, the lip treatments that you can offer someone like Becky?
Well, we're going to do a little consultation here, just like I do in the office. Now, number one question I ask, do you use straws, Becky?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Not after today.
You've got to try to avoid that. However, a lot of us have a hard time giving up our straws. So instead of drinking the straw in the center of your mouth, put it in the corner of your mouth, or better yet, toss it and drink out of your cup.
Okay, now, Jessica, what about someone comes to the office, they've tried to modify their risk factors, you have these tiny little syringes here and needles. Talk to us about what you use those for.
Well, sometimes stopping the straws and the smoking is not enough. So for many of my patients, I'll use a tiny bit of filler, like Juvederm filler, but only in the little lines above the lip. So for example, here's someone who was a smoker. She's got those really strong pucker lines. Before her treatment and after the treatment, I filled in the little lines above the upper lip. I also used a tiny bit of Botox along the border of the lip just to relax her upper lip. And you can see it's noticeably smoother, but not huge and plump.
Right. It looks natural.
Yes, it does. That's very important.
Now, what about if they don't want to go for a fancy or expensive treatment in a dermatologist's office? What are some of the things that people can do at home? Because I see another delicious array of ingredients here to keep their lips soft and kissable.
Wonderful treatment that you can whip up in your own kitchen is a lip scrub using honey, natural honey, and brown sugar. And you mix it together, about a teaspoon of brown sugar, a few drops of honey, and you make a paste. And what you do is you take the paste and you use your fingers and you rub it on your lips. You can go ahead and try that, Becky. And what that does is it helps to exfoliate dead skin. And honey is a humectant, meaning it draws moisture into the skin. It's not going to erase all your wrinkles. Don't want to promise that. But it will help your...
Yummy. It does. It actually looks really
Don't eat
good.
it all. It helps your lips stay softer and smoother.
And how often can someone do this? Every day?
You can use it every day, yes.
Interesting. So just honey, brown sugar, and keeps your lips moist and plump looking.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Becky and Dr. Wu, for sharing all of these secrets with us. And Becky, we hope that you'll try some of these tips
I
at
definitely
home
will.
and have a happy birthday. Coming up next, Ty talks to moms and kids about what Mother's Day means to them and how they're going to celebrate Mom this Sunday. And you don't want to miss the big reveal of our Mother's Day makeovers. We'll be right back.